Much better VLC. Let there be audio and let there be racing. Finally, through all the blue screens, through all the stupidity of VLC player, by God, we can actually make this thing happen. No, I'm kidding. Welcome in, everybody. It's week 13, just starting off. Figured we'd start this one off with a bang, both of apparently my computer and VLC player. So, no, good to see everybody. Seriously, thank you for hanging around through the, 14 minutes of me having to deal with random crap there. So, my bad, like I said. So, bear with everything for a minute. On that note, though, let's get this thing kicked off because we got a good divisional matchup. I'm going to be saying that a lot this week, and as you can see, they got to go fast. Got to go real fast. I freaking love these gifts. You guys are awesome with these gifts. But on that note, our road team today is Mr. Wolv21, your New York Giants representative, and he'll be taking on RobSnowlock, your Washington Redskins representative. Once again, these two are in the same division. Wolv kind of sort of needs to have a win kind of from here on out. Otherwise, he really risks Slack getting his magic number down to 1. Rob also looking to get himself up a little bit closer to Slack. But again, it's all about really, both of these guys need this one real bad. Let's be real honest. They both need this one pretty bad to catch up to Slack. On that note, they're off and racing. Let me tell you what's going on here. We got a best 2 out of 3, both using the same save file in Isaac on that note. So they both have the D6 available. Only usable against 7 banned items, though. We'll get those listed out here in chat. Real quick, RobSnowlock just picked himself up Blood of the Martyr. Got a little bit of damage up and red tears on the first floor already, so he's going to be quite happy with this. He is off and running. He has definitely got an advantage for the time being. And again, real quick, guys, there is nothing I can do about the transcoder options, which we'll get to it. On that note, let's get this up in here. This is what we're looking for, because I don't have this typed out in any fashion yet. Aha, much better. So, there's your 7 banned items, which are Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks, and the Shovel. And again, you can use your D6 against those items, only those 7 items, though. It is off limits against everything else, so technically speaking, there's 8. Really, technically speaking, there's really only 7 banned items, because you can take the Toothpicks if you want to. We'll get to reasons why on all these if we do happen to come across them. Like I said, though, we'll do a best 2 out of 3 through the womb, too. Whoever kills off Mom's heart first going to get a point added to the bottom of the screen. And on that note, Rob's got himself a pretty much full floor advantage at this point as he's on to his basement, too. Wolf's still looking and just finding his first item room, hopefully to start this off with something a little bit better than last time. A little bit of speed increase. That is a mismarked item with Roid Rage. There is no range up on that. It is pure speed increase. Again, Wolf going to just take that and head right on over to his boss. He knows that Rob is ahead of him at this point. We get you a link into both of their channels here. And again, we'll head right on into his boss. You see Bob's Rotten Head, one-time thrown poison bomb that you see afflicting poison damage onto, on the monstro there. And again, that's somewhere in the range of, I believe, about 2 damage a tick. Which also brings up a good point. Next week, week 14, by the way, there will be a charity marathon here on this channel in place of BOILeR because there is PAX Prime going on that weekend. We kind of figure most of our racers are heading to that. Anyone that isn't heading there is also helping to take part in that charity marathon, though. So 4 straight days, we're going to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital right here. And that'll literally be 24 hours a day for 4 days next weekend, starting on Friday. So again, we'll do some Isaac mist busting, which is kind of what I was getting to there. And we'll show you exactly how much damage certain things do, like what combinations of stuff, not that you want to stay away from, but, like there's rumors about, okay, if you pick this item up in this order, that, it does something different than in the other order. We'll show basically everything that we can to kind of I don't want to say dispel the rumors, but you know what I mean. Just kind of prove how everything actually works. Because there's a lot of questions about well, what about if you do it this way? Can you do 2 of these at the same time? We'll find out. Again, we'll find in his second boss fight here. So we'll find out momentarily. He's got something else he's heading back for. Most likely that store, because he does have 21 cents. And 9 volt, not a half bad thing. Quicker charge on your space use items. So probably at this point hope for something better on his space use. Bob's Rotten Head is quite useful, but again, not exactly what you want to have that 9 volt for. Got blighted over him just about dead, and indeed dead now on Rob's side. A little bit of health up, and he'll be heading on down to the caves first. Got his head, as a trinket floating around behind Wolv. That is normal base tier damage on that, so nothing too incredibly special. But hey, a little bit of damage up, especially this early on, you'll take. Like I said, Rob, though, still a couple room advantage here. Well, really only a room and a half advantage, because Wolv is just about done with the Duke of Flies. Ooh, and a double deal for him, though. Just the item box, so one of every type of item for Wolv. Let's see what's in that double deal, though. Alright, red patch would have been a chance hit that if you get hit, that you up your damage for the room you're in. Speaking of damage, though, the pack got bought by Wolv, so 2 red hearts spent for 2 soul hearts in return. That also gets some damage increase and fire rate increase. You see, he also now has that black skin on him, so he looks quite devilish at the moment. See what it... sorry, I'll be here all week. Bad puns are bad. Alright, so Wolv onto his new item room already, which technically at this point evens both of these guys out. Rob just picked himself up a golden key, though, so even without a key, we'll be able to walk right into this item room free of charge. Oh, speaking of those banned items, let's see those no fetuses. Wolv just found Dr. Fetus in his item room. That would turn, just like you see Rob's bomb that he just placed on the ground. Every tier for Wolv would have turned into one of those bombs, and again, makes it a little overpowered. Let alone you can actually bomb through every door at that point with just not even expendable tiers. You have an infinite amount. So, being that Wolv does not have his D6 with him anymore, nothing he can do about that. He just literally has to leave that behind and just cry that he doesn't get an item now, which sucks, mind you, but that's the risk you take with not taking your D6 on with it. On that note of the D6, Rob's still holding on to his. He knows exactly what he's getting out of this Pestilence fight, so 1 cube of meat to orbit around him, blocking shots and damaging anything that would happen to hit it. Yeah, sometimes the enemies will wind up glitching through rocks. I had it happen to me the other night. I was just, like, messing around doing a run, and literally 2 spiders got stuck in the same rock, and I had no bombs to get them out of there. I literally could not get them unstuck, so I just reset it and just like, yeah, you know what, game? Just, yeah. Like, all I could say to that was, you know. Anyways, there's that cube of meat, like I said, for Rob, and he'll be clearing on down to his caves 2 first. So Wolv's still just looking for that same boss fight. Again, may not be the same boss. For anybody new to this game, everything in this is randomized. What enemies you get in the room, if they're champion versions of the enemy or not, so the tougher if you don't know what a champion enemy is. What bosses you get, what the room layouts are, what your map layout looks like, what your items are, everything is random. So when I say looking for the same room, I mean looking for the boss fight on the same floor type of thing. I don't mean literally looking for the same boss fight. Speaking of that, Wolv has mounted. He's going to get himself, hopefully, and indeed into his secret room. 6 cents in there, so at least he gets some money back. Definitely not what he was looking for, though. Yeah, especially with that store, but nothing at half price, nothing that Wolv could afford besides possibly picking up an extra soul heart out of the deal. Which now he may consider because Gertie Jr. actually just cornered him there and took away one of those soul hearts. So we'll see if he's wanting to replace this or not momentarily. Excuse me again. Alright, a little bit more health and yet another devil deal for Wolv. So add 2 hearts. Let's also see no shuffles on Wolv's side. Nothing he can do about the item on the right, but he's very happy to see the mark on the left-hand side. Plus damage, he spent both of those red hearts that he had, got back 1 soul heart, 1 blue one in return. So you notice he has no red hearts right now. He is broke even on those. He has 0. He can still pick them up, but again, at the moment, none of them. So a little bit risky, but a little more damage up. Excuse me. And again, with that soul rock right there, Wolv definitely not going to worry. There's 2 hearts back, and technically he's picked up health now at this point. I like the move, though. Sometimes you got to play risky to wind up with good items. And especially in a race situation, Wolv had to leave one of his item rooms behind, so that's almost making up the difference for having to leave behind that Dr. Fetus. Not for the same item. Dr. Fetus would have been far more overpowered. But for not getting an item, now that makes up for the fact that he didn't. And in a very good way. Damage up is exactly what you want. And again, the shovel, for anybody wondering, was banned because every 6 rooms, that gives you a way on down to the next floor. And again, with Wolv's 9 volt, you're talking probably more every 2 to 3 rooms you get a way down to the next floor. And on that note as well, Rob also doing the same thing, heading down to a Necropolis version of the Depths one. And you can see why you do not want these. There are a lot of these nasty mask enemies. Ah, there you go. Twitch knows that the transcoders are kind of messed up, so if you guys are stuck only being able to watch in 720p plus, yes, Twitch knows about it. Yes, they're working on it. And like I said, obviously nothing I can do about it. I apologize for that, but hey, that was beautiful timing with my cast deciding, or with my computer deciding to blue screen right before the race. So if it weren't for that, we'd still have the transcoder options, but they'll be up and fixed in a bit. So on that note, we got Cupid Zero on the left side for Wolv. That gives him piercing shots, and you notice now that as the shots hit enemies, they continue on through them, even after they hit. So if you can line stuff up, that's not a bad thing. However, it gets rid of all knockback on your tiers, so you may be used to kind of knocking some of these greed heads back ever so slightly when you hit them. However, rooms like that the Wolv was just in is where those piercing shots come in the handiest. These rooms, on the other hand, I hate having piercing shots for. I'm so used to knocking these green clobbin guys just a little bit back that I forget that they're just going to keep advancing at me through the shots. So I tend to take a lot of stupid damage in those rooms. On that note, though, Wolv onto his Capes 2 boss and looking to catch up very quickly to Rob here, who again is not that far into his Depths 1 at this point. Again, both looking kind of risky on their health. A little bit more range up on Wolv's side. And another Devil Deal. Third one, usually going to be Krampus. You got a pretty darn good chance at this point. So, when Wolv kills this off, you're going to get a guaranteed lump of coal as an item, which, as your shots move further on screen, increases them in size and damage output. Like I was saying, I was worried about the health situation on Rob's side, especially in Necropolis. When you're down at about 2 hearts, you're kind of screwed there. So, all the way back to start on his side. Guppy Cerebral, that would, I don't want to call it an orbital, that sounds wrong, that would move around you, and you get to actually use it. Yet, okay, the ongoing joke is that you whip your hair ball back and forth, because you do. And literally, you can do damage with that. It grows as you kill off enemies. Not the greatest of things, and as you can see, Rob reset, it's really, really not that useful, honestly. I take more damage when I have that than when I don't. I tend to try to just walk in too close and like, oh, I could just have this thing kill it for me, and then I wind up taking a hit like Rob just did or something. Like, well, I didn't mean to move in that close. Oh well. So I really stay away from Guppy's Hairball. Does it block shots? No, it will not. It only does damage to other enemies. Or items. Or, well, you know what I mean. Ooh, Rob just went offline. Ruh-roh. Ooh, how about a compass in Wolv's challenge room? So he's going to use that unicorn horn that he also just picked up. I'm sure he'll also catch on pretty quickly that Rob went offline. Either that or my cast just dropped on his side. One of the two. Yep, keep it 0. You're seeing come into play here against these knights. Up there comes Rob back online. It was probably just mine dropping off for a second. Keep in mind, these two are on a call together, so they can tell if one of the, or if one has issues. Speaking of that, there we go. Aha! There we go. Okay, now we're good. Finally popped back through. I think it was just basically Twitch just killed mine off on my side. We're good. Sorry. Yep, Wolv could have ported out if he wanted to, but, actually, looking at his mini-map, actually, Wolv, I don't want to say should have ported out of there, but definitely could have gotten away with it. If you guys look at Wolv's mini-map, you can see what is his secret room being just up above and one room to the right here. That has a mini-boss in it, which means that Wolv's store is definitely a store. Now, why Wolv probably didn't use that Hermit card was the fact that it's so far across the map. He doesn't want to have to add that many extra rooms to clear. At that point, you might as well clear the challenge room. It's actually going to be shorter. So I think he made a very good decision there, quite honestly. Also, I'd like to point out he just picked up the Burnt Penny, which, as he picked up a coin, actually proc, that gives you a chance that you get a bomb to spawn whenever you pick up a coin. Yeah, true, because it wouldn't have fired right away either. You got to go back outside for the compass to actually take effect. That's another fine point, so Wolv didn't even know that at the time. Even so, though, it would have helped you. Notice he got through that so quickly, though it really didn't even make that big of a difference. Alright, on that note, a little bit of damage up here finally for Rob. Well, mind you, he's also got Poison Touch, so you can call that damage. You have to take damage to have it affect you, though, to a certain extent. If you can be invincible, Poison Touch is phenomenal. Let's say you got the Book of Shadows. Just faceplant everything, it's great. On that note, Rob also getting Eternal Life there with the Ankh. He'll come back to life as the blue baby should he die now. Yeah, looks like you knew nothing about anything in here, Mr. Pickles. Good job. I'd like to point out the 25-minute comebacks that we've had, let alone that people give up way too easily on stuff. And every time I say that, it winds up proving itself almost instantaneously. So go ahead and just give up on things too easily, kids. I'll be the one to pick up the slack and actually get the win in that case. Let's recap. I've been behind by an hour on a 3.5-hour speed run in a race against the world record holder of the game, and I beat him. Don't give up on stuff so easily, kids. Keep trying. That's the whole point. Yeah, by the way, did I call the Book of Shadows or did I call the Book of Shadows? Thank you. On that note, Rob's got 12 seconds of invincibility with that, and like I said, with Poison Touch, especially against bosses, watch. Just watch. Harlequin Baby for the last item on Wolv's side, so he's going to have that follower now along to add on to Little Gish that I didn't mention before. Also a nice little follower off of his last boss fight. So we got Tar Tears from Little Gish, and we got those V-pattern red tears doing, don't want to call it good damage, but it's decent enough damage out of Harlequin Baby. And right on over to his boss fight. Again, that compass that he picked up last floor going to help out a lot as far as saving time on Wolv's side. Ooh, Jim Collins Sack Dagger. That would be a nice combination of things right there. Jim calling for a nice item here. I like the way you think, sir. I like the way you think. Alright, Wolv on into his mom's foot fight. Gonna get regular Grey Mom, so nothing too scary. Again, she's gonna spawn out all these pretty normal base level enemies. Again, nothing to be too scared about. You just want to make sure to take care of them about as quickly as you can. They will add up on you. And that's really the only time it gets dangerous, is when you have like 6 or 7 extra enemies on this floor. Or in this room, I should say. You're in a lot of trouble at that point, because when Mom will stomp her foot down, there's a few enemies that'll either explode or pop out shots on you. And you do not want to be around for that. Alright, Polaroid for Wolv. He's going to leave that health behind. Again, there is reasoning for this. Wolv did not want red health at that point. Ooh, which way do you choose? Yep. I was going to say I'm heading up to the top side if I'm Wolv, and he did the exact same thing. Either way, though, Wolv did not want red health at this point. He's got nothing but blue hearts, which means with that Polaroid, he now gets 5 seconds of damage shield anytime he does take damage. So for the next 5 seconds afterwards, you're invincible. I don't want to say it adds on like an entire second row of health at that point, but you can kind of consider it that way, because Wolv could just walk right up and faceplant anything. Yeah, Rob literally, I believe, melted Gertie. I believe that would be the exact technical term for what happened. On that note, he got that wire coat hanger for a little more fire rate increase, because we needed it. And Wolv did make the right decision, as it shows. So right on over to his boss fight here in the Womb 1. You notice with the compass, there's no item room, there's no store down here. And same thing from here on out, so no more items for these guys, or for these guys to find once they do hit the Womb. So Wolv now into his death fight. Ugh. Thankfully melting right on through it, though. And again, that oh so wonderful unicorn horn. I think everybody in the NFC East, especially Moscow, really loves that item. Wolv showing you why. That invincibility and damage dealing capability comes in very, very handy. Again, there you see Rob putting to use the invincibility and poison touch that he has. Alright, well, finally getting himself in orbital, so that first cube of meat for him, and he'll be on down to the Womb 2, looking just for his mom's heart fight now. Yeah, ooh, I was gonna say I'd go to the left, but oops, I guess Wolv and I were both wrong. How about an instantaneous dead end? No thanks. All right, by the way, Rob on an XL floor here. Again, it doesn't show it. It just says catacombs. You can tell, though, because he has 4 rooms in a square pattern side by side. So we'll have 2 item rooms here. He's already gotten one of them, or found one, I should say. Didn't take the item from him. Mind you, has found it already, though. He'll find a second item room at some point, and also 2 back-to-back boss fights. There's still just 1 store, 1 secret room, so on and so forth. But again, definitely wants to find that second item room here. Because in no way, shape, or form is he out of this. Wolv's going to go grab this library, it looks like, though. Come on, be something decent. Get himself 1 more free heart out of the Book of Revelations. And looks like Wolv is actually going to take Monster Man well. That'll spawn 1 extra follower, so maybe a few extra damaging tears coming out of something behind him. 2 of diamonds doubles up the money Wolv has, so now up to 56 cents. And has an arcade handy. Not the right type of gambling machine, though, so he's just going to walk right on by. He was hoping to get some blue hearts out of that, I believe. Alright, world card, as you can see, revealed the entire map. Not that Wolv was really curious about where to go. He pretty much knew he just had the 1 more room to clear. But hey, the card's there. Might as well put it to use, right? Maybe you did guess wrong somehow. I really don't know how, but maybe somehow that wouldn't have gotten connected. Either way, on into his mom's hard fight, looking for a 1-0 lead. He'll wait until these eyeballs are cleared. There's the space use of Monster Manwall. He gets little Steve out of it. Same thing that Rob has. Homing tears, base damage off of him, but hey, more damage up, so that'll melt through Mom's foot, or heart, I should say, a little bit quicker. Yeah, Wolv just unlocked Kane. Alright, speaking of that, already at 50% health left on Mom's heart. He is ripping on through here. That extra follower is doing a lot of damage for him. And already down to the point where he lives will stay out. So direct damage on the heart at the rest of the fight here. And with that last little bit of damage, again, as soon as the light up to Cathedral and the way down to Shale appears is when you got yourself that win. So 1-0 lead on Wolv's side. As you can see, Rob basically resetting himself here. These 2 were on a call, so he knew what was up there. So, oh yeah, that's right, he had the Ankh. Haha, never mind, he's going to have to reset himself again. Damn it. Yeah, the Horror of Babylon usage off of the Emperor's card was basically like, yeah, let's drop on that extra damage, because, you know, it wasn't enough. By the way, Rob, if you didn't notice this, I thought, oh yeah, okay. Damn it, I missed it. Ooh, and you picked Judas on accident. Anyways, they're going to reset themselves here. Rob was resetting after he had used the Ankh, which meant that he was rezzing as the blue baby, so he noticed that. They're going to get reset as Isaac, though. I just hit the wrong button. That was supposed to be here. On that note, we'll be right back in about 2 minutes while they reset. Hang tight, guys. Let me get you a link into both of their channels, and like I said, tell them both great race. Wish them both good luck in the next one, and we'll be right back with it. On that note, we're back and we're clear, so let me flip this back on over here. We'll have round number 2 starting up just momentarily here between Wolv21 and RobSnowlock. Again, Wolv got the win in the first round by having a pretty nice follower brigade, let alone that Horror Babylon damage. Didn't exactly hurt him in the mom's hard fight there. Either way, though, like I said, Wolv with a 1-0 lead is going to look to win this one 2-0. Rob going to look to tie this up at 1 apiece, force the game 3 if he can do it. And again, Wolv kind of needs this win to hang on close to Slack, who has, again, at this point, beaten him twice this year. So it's getting pretty close to the end of that division. Wolv knows he needs all the wins that he can here to hang close. So again, best of luck to both guys, though. They're off and running. We got Book of BOILeR on the right side. Time and a half damage multiplier for RobSnowlock. And Wolv considered it, but he's going to reset. He had the game kit that would have turned him into Pac-Man, allowed him to eat enemies, and give you a 50, I think it's about 50% chance that you actually get a half a heart heal once you do kill him. There's those transcoder options. So if you don't have your transcoder options yet, you might need to refresh or pause and play the video, actually, I should say. And you should theoretically get them back. Yep, I use OBS to cast. Once I find where my mouse is, there we go. Anyways, Rob first. Oh, jeez, really? Ooh, that worked out well. The Rob first into his boss fight, gonna one-hit pin with a well-placed bomb, get the super bandage for 1 red and 2 blue health up. You can link into OBS real fast there, there you go. Anyways, so he's onto his second floor. Wolv, however, got the Dead Sea Scrolls to show up, so his third banned item of the day has shown up in only his second race, which is kind of crazy, the amount of them he's seen. So let's see those no scrolls. Those are banned because they can give you a one-time use. Used to be at the D6. That was the old version of the game, though. It doesn't happen anymore. So that has long since been written out. But does still have a chance to give you the shovel and the Holy Bible as usages, both of which are banned. So we banned the Dead Sea Scrolls this year just to make it a little bit more fun. Wolv actually got to reroll him into Mom's Contacts, so you see he now has freeze effects on his tiers, which is a great help in this game. I can't even begin to tell you how much that helps. Wolv also got himself a little bit of health up with the stem cells there. That also gives you a little bit of a shot speed increase, even though it doesn't mention it. Hermit card once again would teleport Rob into a store whenever he wants it. Only about half money of the way towards absolutely guaranteeing being able to buy anything, so he'll wait. And then again, Wolv on the oh-so-popular It Happens to Everybody Once. I don't have any keys, but I know where my item room and boss fight are. What do I do, moments? This game and its trolling trolls. So let's see, Rob, like I said, going to teleport into his store, doesn't have enough money. And again, was right next to his item room, though. I think that's exactly why he teleported. The odd mushroom, so Diana will be very happy. Capped out fire rate and a slight damage decrease on Rob's side. But again, for that capped out fire rate, you're going to pay that price. Wolv going to grab Celtic Cross. Now 33% chance that if he does get hit, he gets that same Polaroid effect, a 5-second damage shield. Doesn't matter what health he gets to. Rob also into his secret room, grabbed Transcendence, so now you notice he's just a flying head. And again, very, very handy, especially early on to be able to fly. I know, so many good items. And again, Wolv just about done with Blue Larry Jr. Mom's Coin Purse, couple of the same type of pills. Ooh, 2 tier 8 down pills. No thanks. Oh, Jesus, really? And 2 health down pills. So he grabs the 1 soul heart and he'll be moving on to the caves. In this case, the expansion Catacombs 1. Rob gonna grab even more health up to 6 red hearts and a devil deal now. Oh my. With money equals power, yes please. So automatic damage increase, let me give you a breakdown of exactly what happens, but every coin that you pick up, there is no cap by the way, but every coin that you pick up increases your damage output. So you notice Rob's sitting on 9 coins right now. If you check out that spreadsheet, you can see exactly how much damage he's added on. So for the cost of 1 heart, more damage. Woohoo! This is gonna be a cool looking run, guys. There's no limit, technically there is. You can't get above 99 cents. Technically. Alright, how about the mass amount of troll bombs in the center? At least Rob got 2 free ones out of the center of that room. Again, both on Catacombs 1 right now, so both have expansion enemies, like that mini greed head that you see Wolv dealing with. Did get an Emperor card out of it, though, so automatic guaranteed teleport directly into your boss fight whenever Wolv uses that card. Both of them are kind of getting carried. Like, okay, let's say that Wolv were to come across that odd mushroom that that Rob just got for the capped out fire rate. I don't know that Wolv would even care to find any other item rooms. With his freeze effect and, like, capped out fire, he'd be beyond happy. A little bit more speed increase on Rob's side as he gets a wooden spoon. You notice he'll now fly at a little bit faster rate. And there's that item room on Caves 1 for Wolv. So heading right on over to the boss fight. Rob's got himself a minute advantage, and it is minor right now. But there's that time and a half damage multiplier, and he'll be fighting Peep yet again. Again, this time, no fear of that Urine on the floor, because flying ability, you don't have to take... Ooh, jeez, you don't take damage from that. The OGs was on Wolv's side. The D20 in any normal run would be very welcomed, honestly. But not so much right now. The D6 would reroll pedestal items like that D20. The D20, however, would reroll stuff like hearts, keys, bombs, trinkets, empty chests, stuff like that into other things of that nature, if anybody's wondering. Yeah, there were no horsemen in the basement. We've only seen one horseman fight, two. I take that back. Two horsemen fight total so far today. And it hasn't been in the basement. Who would have thought? Alright, a little bit of range up and at least one soul heart out of that for Wolv, and he'll be moving on down to the caves to himself. Again, Rob just got himself to. He's already seen his item room. No key to get into it, though. Well, spoke too soon. How about the key spawns right as I mentioned the fact that Rob doesn't happen to have a key. So right on back to his item room. I love this game. How about 10 free bombs? And again, there were no bombs on Rob's side either, so that's actually a very nice pickup at this point. Bombs are always welcomed. Excuse me. What's up, Bill? How you doing? And Paul, good to see you. My voice has no problem with that, Fearless. I have a lot of races this week. I'm totally okay with this. Yeah, right, I'm the key summoner. Alright, Wolfhound Pills and Atom. Those do absolutely nothing except for a visual effect on you. Rob's got enough money, but again, he's got money equals power, so he's going to hold on to those 18 cents. And luckily, as he blew up Judgy, time to die, buddy. But as he blew up Judgy, he got the Liberty Cap out of it, which gives you a random mushroom effect every room that you're in, and can actually give you double of ones that you have already actually legitimately picked up. The other good news is that it will randomly give you a compass effect as well, so you may see Rob actually, I don't want to say abuse it, but if you go between two rooms that you've cleared out, there's a good chance sooner or later that a compass effect will show itself. So why did my music get so much louder? What the fuck happened here? It's supposed to be down at 16. Okay, there we go. Normalcy. What the hell happened on that? Thank you, VLC. Well, actually, that's not VLC. That's FooBar not shutting down correctly. It's kind of funny. Like, FooBar actually gives you, like, last time Windows didn't shut down correctly. Do you want FooBar to start in safe mode? Like, what? No, I don't. What the hell is safe mode on FooBar 2000? Like, it's a MP3 player. Like, why is there a safe mode? Hey, we finally get an actual, well, once again, it's usually Pestilence that's been showing up. We've had 2 Pestilence fights and 1 Death fight now. So only our 3rd Horseman of the day, so yet another cube of meat, finally. And just the first one, mind you, going to show up to orbit around Rob on his side. But again, advantage to Rob at the moment as he's found both item room and boss fight here in Caves 2. Also with another Devil Deal. He's so tiny. And let's see, yet another No Shovel. Second time that's shown up today. So Rob can't do a thing with it with no D6. Also really doesn't want to touch that dead cat for 9 lives at 1 red heart apiece. So nothing doing on either of those Devil Deals, and Rob will be moving on down to the depths. No, it's spelled F-O-O-B-A-R. point I always go to is words can be spelled the same and actually, or spelled differently and sound the same, I should say. 2, 2, and 2. There, and there. Oh, wow, this is going to get a little interesting. So, mind you, it's not his emote, it's technically Wolv's. But it's a stab party on the right side, folks. Let's see those stab parties if you got them, because Rob's got Mom's knife. Uh-oh. You notice the shot changer there, and Rob's quite good with that knife, I'd like to point out, especially with plenty of health. So that's going to get interesting. Ruh-roh, he's already got the time advantage, too. Wolv's into his Caves 2 boss fight, and again, has that item room right next door, though. No key to get in. He knows he's not getting one here. That's a guaranteed cube of meat at the end of this again. All right, Rob straight on into his Depths 1 boss fight, the Wretched. And you'll notice just how quickly that fight's going to go. And we're done. Rob knife lock. All right, so a little bit of health up with Squeezy. Also get some fire rate increase on that, which decreases the charge time. Ooh, very nice, on your knife. Now, this is a point that was brought up yesterday. We'll actually prove this next week. The coal will be the result of this fight once again for Rob. That does actually up your damage, although he's going to leave it behind, amazingly enough. We were proving this the other night. That does actually help you. Interesting. We'll prove that next week, just to prove it to you, but it does up your damage. It's not exponentially by any means, but by all accounts, it does up your damage. So, again, further away that your shots move would increase, in this case, not the size of them, but still the damage on them. Which is very odd, because, again, it doesn't increase the size of your knife, but it still does up the damage. So again, next week during Mythbusters, we'll prove that one for you. One of like the 500 things that we have on this list of like, okay, here's one thing we got to show, here's another thing. You guys aren't going to believe how much like myth busting there is to do in this game. Yeah, it's like 2 point something. I forget the exact number on it, but it's a little bit over 2, just slightly less than 3 damage up, basically. Same thing with Brimstone. Well, Brimstone gets the constant on it because that's all. You're always at max range on Brimstone. But again, with the knife, slightly different. You don't always have max range on that. It does still have a normal range stat. So it doesn't give you like, oh my god, you know, like if you're just standing there, you get no damage up. But if you do throw it out, you do get plus damage on it. All right, pull it right for Rob, and again, ripped right through Mom's foot. That is that knife coming into play. Well, finally finding some soul hearts. Thank you, Red Chest. That's what he was hoping for. And again, he'll be looking for still that Depths 1 item room and boss fight, for that matter. He hasn't found either yet. Now he has. So now with the item room, again, no key yet. Plenty of ways to get to one. Yeah, 1 mom, 2 mom, and, well, you know what? I can't even call it red mom because that thing's just dead. It wasn't red in the first place either, but... There's that key for Wolv. Jeez, really? So the portable slot machine, it's better than nothing at this point. Maybe you get some heals out of that. You can obviously gamble on the go, and Wolv does have 24 cents. Speaking of that, Rob's still working up his money at 29 cents now. That's quite a good little clip of damage up on that knife off of money equals power. And again, you can't see it, but yeah, Rob does have money equals power. And an internal compass, apparently, because he worked his way right on over to this boss fight. Very nice. Speaking of that, Wolv also finding his boss fight for Depths 1 here. Ooh, just getting out of the way of those giraffes. That was good timing. Ooh, and again, Conquest, who usually is not a bro, but this time I don't think is going to be that big of a challenge, and indeed one more shot will do that for Rob. Conquest just got melted. And yeah, I was going to say you might as well. How about the Pact also on Rob's side? So now he gets nice little wings out of Transcendence because he looks Pactish. He looks like the devil. So wings appear out of nowhere. He also gets fire rate increase and a little more damage. Want to also replace both of those red hearts that he spent, I should say, with soul hearts. So a little bit more damage. That knife's going to do even quicker work against Mom's heart. Again, all about finding it and getting there. And real quick, you notice Rob blew up a bunch of random rocks in the womb. There's a chance that any red rock down here is going to be an item rock. On the note, Buttless Chub. But good chance that any single rock down here can be an item rock. You'll never see anything distinguishing it. It's just a matter of sheer dumb luck. And if you've got the bombs, might as well try it sometimes. It's that buttless. Alright, one free bomb out of the spawn. How about that internal compass again? Rob directly over to his boss fight. Has found Mom's Heart already. And again, time and a half damage multiplier sitting there waiting on Book of BOILeR still. So 4.5 hearts, Polaroid waiting to be used if he gets down to half a red heart. And Rob will head right on in. So again, looking to tie this up in one apiece. Wolv still working on his Depths 1 boss. A good 2.5 floors behind at this point, we'll call it. And again, Rob, plenty of bombs here. Nothing too scary except for this Knight. Again, you notice the new, we'll call it the Logcat wiggle technique that we all use. And you don't actually have to throw the knife. You can just wiggle it like that and do a lot of damaged up-close stuff. And just like that, that knife, ladies and gents, that's how you tie a round up really quickly. 15.5 minutes, if I'm looking at Rob's timer correctly. My goodness. Whew. Destroyed Mom's Heart before I could even get everything set up to tie this up. But ladies and gents, if you look at the score, we are tied at 1. So give us another 2 minutes here really quickly after that ridiculously fast run. You notice Wolv resetting already. Rob going to do the same. They're both going to get up and stretch. Go meet them both real quick, guys. I'm sure Wolv's going to run ads too, so go watch his over mine. There's a split link to do it. Head into Wolv and Rob's channel side by side. Say what's up to them. Tell them both great race. Wish them both good luck for race 3, which will be coming up in about 2 minutes. Hang tight, guys. We'll be right back with you. Alrighty, we're back and we're clear. Let me flip that back over. And again, we got round number 3 just about to start here. We had Wolv21 win the first round, and we had RobSnowlock catch up and win the second round. You can thank Mom's Knife, mind you, for the really quick, just trouncing, we'll say, of the last 3 floors. But nonetheless, we are tied up at 1, so we have this all-pivotal game number 3 right now between Wolv21 and RobSnowlock. Again, there's a link to get into both of their channels. Wish them both good luck. They'll be starting up whenever they're ready because they're on a call together. Again, same rules apply. We're racing through the womb too. Whoever kills off Mom's Heart's going to get a very, very needed victory here. And again, especially on Wolv's side, as he is much closer to the division leader Slackaholicus right now, he needs this win to avoid having Slack go to magic number of 1, meaning that if Slack were to win, that it would be over. So it's very, very huge for Wolv to win this match number 3 right now. Again, we started off with Skeleton Key on the right side for RobSnowlock. He's got, well, at this point, pretty much an infinite amount of keys. He's got 99 of them, so again, not necessarily going to stay his keys. If he were to get lucky enough to find a bombs or key pill, that could come out very much to his advantage. 99 bombs would get you a lot further in the races than 99 keys will. Also into a curse room, first of the Guppy items, so we got Guppy's head on Rob's side as well. Every room that'll spawn a couple extra attack flies like you're seeing him do. And those are actually damage multipliers on your tiers. Yeah, Crack the Sky, not the best, not the worst. Quite a random space use item, though. So Beams of Light will come down for Wolv on his side. Both fighting the same boss, and there you see how random it is. Not guaranteed to hit the enemy with it. And no damage done, so swing and a miss. But again, both fighting the same boss. We got Rob with the, we'll call it about a 25%, if not more than that at this point, damage advantage. Oh yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, there is a trailer out for Rebirth at this point. A little odd, perhaps, but it's there. What do you expect, honestly? But it's there. Alright, Cat of 9 fails, aka Tails. That's actually 16% shot speed increase. That, from all intents and purposes, from what we can tell you, caps you out on your shot speed as well, so... Yeah, let's see those yes crowns. We got some money on Wolv's side, so about 7 cents for him. He's up at 13. And he'll be moving on down. No key for his second floor yet. An immediate item room just to kind of rub that item, or to rub that point in Wolv's face. Not that I know of, Gambit. I don't think there is. Nope, don't think so. Alright, about item room and boss fight attached together on Rob's side. And, you know, because he needed that 100th key, which, by the way, you can never pick up the 100th, but, you know, let's spawn it for him just in case. Anyways, moving on in, Rob gonna get Gertie Jr. Oh, not a nice Cellar 2 boss fight. This is actually about the most brutal boss fight you could get down here. Well, finally with that key. I would love that dog to shut the hell up, by the way. But getting a quarter out of his item room. Ouch, Rob down on the right side, so back to start for him. By the way, I'd like to point out that that dog is in the same apartment that the fire alarm that goes off 7 times a minute is in. I think the dog's finally starting to go crazy. Alright, Black Beam, so team kinda sorta being assembled. It's not exactly, but, you know, hey, close enough, right? Black Beam, if you were to get hit, gives you the same effect as the usable beam, except you have to get hit to have the poison cloud come out around you. So it's more panic farts than, hey, I want to press the spacebar and do it. Alright, box of items one more time for Wolv. Moon card to teleport you directly into your secret room. Might as well take Kane's Eye. That'll be a 25% chance of getting the compass reveal as you get down to the next floor. So right on into a secret room. 62 cents already on Wolv's side. Unreal. 2 floors, 62 cents. Where's money equals power now? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, Moon Strats. Not exactly going to work in the early floors, but same theory. Same theory, at least. I see where you're going. Alright, item room and boss fight, though no key for Rob, so unless one happens to spawn, I called this last time, by the way, so watch this. Key! Oh, wait, never mind. Alright, so boss fight. Haha, ooh, mini boss fight, never mind. How about Pride on Rob's side? Just gotta watch out for these random troll spawns on the bombs. Really nothing too scary in here, though. It's just a matter of getting lucky enough where those don't bounce into you when they explode. Alright, Wolv with that half an Eternal Heart, you'll see will turn into 1 full Red Heart container as he moves down to his Caves 1. Again, holding on to that ladder as well. Might as well buy it. He had plenty of money. Alright, Rob picked up the belt, so a little more movement speed on his side. Also, I'd like to point out that Bloody Penny that he has, you noticed actually procced in the room just outside of the item. What that does is as you pick up coins, you have a chance that that spawns a half a red heart for you. Go, Rob. I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Anyways, a little bit of health up there. Rob's gonna move down to the caves. He's got a first loading screen error of the day, which, there you go, usually kind of indicative that you might have an XL floor. Curse of the Labyrinth is exactly that. So 2 floors jammed together into 1. And again, 2 item rooms, not side by side. There will be 2 side by side boss fights though. Still just 1 store, which sucks. So you're missing out on 1 store, you're missing out on 1 secret and 1 super secret room. Also the possibility at, maybe 2 libraries instead of 1. You're missing out on a few things. So it does kind of stink. On that note though, with all this money, Wolv not going to miss out on anything in his store. He's going to grab that compass, so who cares about Kane's Eye? You've got the permanent external compass now for Wolv. So he'll be able to tell exactly where to head on his map. Yeah, those are bots muted. Alright, with that golden key, Wolv might as well just go ahead and open up everything that he can. It's kind of like having a just for 1 floor skeleton key. You have an infinite amount, so you notice Wolv with just the 1, he'll hang on to that exact same amount no matter how many things he opens up. Or he could grab a second one. Right as I talk about keys, they spawn. I don't know what's up with this, but I swear it happens every time. Alright, item room and boss fight combined together again for Wolv. And vampire heals, not the greatest thing. Every 13 kills that Wolv gets, he'll get a half a red heart heal. What's up, Beister? How you doing, sir? Yep, 720p will knock down whatever I'm casting to 30 frames a second. I forget what it is video codec-wise that they knock it down to, but it does nerf the hell out of it, basically. Same thing with the audio codec. 720p is exactly what I'm broadcasting. What's up, Zarian? How you doing? Oh, that slackback attack. What's up, RKT? I don't know why I want to say RTK every time. What's up, RKT? Or Rocket, as it probably is. What's up, 3-Bit? How y'all doing? Our second raid of the day. What's up, everybody from Slack's channel? Good to see you guys. Ooh, a little bit of health up there. The Volchinian on Wolv's side, so this is looking a little bit more even once again here. Wolv gonna head straight on over after this curse room towards that boss fight. And again, Rob's still looking for 2 item rooms here on this XL floor. He may be willing to skip at least one of them if he could just find his boss fights. Hashtag rocket launcher. I love it. Oh, how about the treasure map as well now for Wolv? Oh, this is becoming a little carry here, as you can see the entire map and the entire compass effect on Wolv's side now. He knows exactly where to head. He will see the entire layout of rooms that he needs to take, so he knows what path to go down. That is a big, big help, especially in the later on levels. That's going to be a lot of time saved. So that put bad position here. He was trying to bomb himself into that item room by going through a secret room if he could. No such luck because he has no key still. Again, there you see one of the 13 kills actually, and again, splitting enemies like this in the fistula room counts as a kill. So again, for Wolv, each one of these is racking up, and you saw that heart come up above his head. That's actually vampire heals triggering. What's up, Black? How you doing? What's up, Darth? Good to see you guys. Alright, so Wolv is going to, however, bomb through a secret room because you can see he's going to skip right over 3 rooms at the bottom of that mini-map and bomb right through to the right here. 1 room left to clear. He'll be on into his boss fight immediately afterwards. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for Casper to say it, but yep, Moonstrats. Thank you. I knew somebody was going to do it, and something told me it'd be you. But we call those Moonstrats. Again, Mooncard would teleport you directly into a secret room, and one of the theories is that if you go to the secret room, that more often than not, it's going to be right by your boss fight, and this proves it right there. So you'll definitely be able to tell on those mini-maps. One of the rare boss fights, the Fallen, going to show up here on Wolf's side. Guaranteed Devil Deal item when he finishes this off, and for free, for that matter. You do have to be careful, though. You don't want to be right where the item's going to spawn after this fight. In these races, that is. Because it might be the shovel, which is a banned item, and if you pick it up, that's an automatic reset. So, I guarantee Wolv will not be anywhere near the bottom of that room when these die. Great, lucky use right there. Wow, great item. Great use, though, of Crack the Sky. That'll be put down for the nail. Oh, God. Oh, how about Sacred Heart and the nail for 2 items after a boss fight? Oh, my God. The nail will up your damage for the room that you're in and give you 1 soul heart every time you use it. Sacred Heart, well, that, on the other hand, is just damage increase, homing effect on your tears. Just watch. There you go. Just watch. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So again, there you see the nail usage as well. You can also take out any rock that's in the room by walking over it. We got 1 more soul heart for Wolv. He got damage increase on what was already a damage increase with those homing tears, and right down to this item room. Wolv was like, oh, what's that, Slack graded? Oh, well, then I gotta show him the guy that's still gonna keep alive in the division. Yeah, flex. Look at my items. Yeah. I see how it is. I don't see any sportsmanship going on with that at all. Nope, totally not. Alright, about a little more speed for Wolv as well. Might as well if you're not going to take the item. The hell with it. Get another one right outside the room. Jeez Louise. Alright, what's next, Polly? Alright, so we're actually getting torn apart here by Rob on the right side. Again, he's holding onto a moon card, so again, moon strats at some point. Just saying. Oh god, the knife is next. You're getting way overpowered evil now. Alright, that pill's basically off limits for Wolv, and there you see, straight on over to his boss fight. Again, that treasure map and compass combination. Yeah, enough said. And right on in, we got Carrying Queen, so you can only hit Carrying Queen in the butt or with bombs. Mind you, Wolv has none of those, so he's going to have to get all these tears to actually hit her in the 1 red piece that you see. And again, ooh, another Curse of the Labyrinth, so Rob is going to indeed try out. And you see, with that Bloody Penny, hop on into his Seeker Room here. He's going to try his moon strats, and hopefully he's somewhere near these 2 boss fights once again, because this could definitely play a time advantage for Rob. Interesting. What's up, Val? How you doing? How's up, Mizzou? Good to see you, sir. Alright, well timed and place bomb there by Rob. Gets 3 usages, killed 2 enemies, and got that item rock out of there for him. Again, will he be near a boss fight? I'm thinking maybe if he went to the left off of that Seeker Room, that maybe that would have worked out better. But again, it's almost impossible to tell at the beginning, too. It's all just sheer dumb luck as to which way you guess at that point. Okay, Carrying Queen, can you stop dodging those tears just enough where he can't hit you? Oh my god, seriously? It's the last bit of damage Wolv just cannot do. There we go to Carrying Queen. Thank you. Couple soul heart increase and fire rate increase for Wolv with Squeezy. And he's going to head back for these heals here. Yeah, the red poops will regenerate and damage you. Can't be anywhere near those things. And again, Wolv gonna head on down to the depths too. Really close to his item room. No key for it yet though, so he'll backtrack if he does come across one. I know he's not worried about it at the moment though. And there you see the vampire heals. Also got himself the 1 extra soul heart increase by using the nail. And again, at this point, might as well just use it every time that charge comes up to get yourself a little bit of extra health. Alright, Hermit Carbon teleport Wolv into his store, which, it might as well. Ooh, the habit. Oh my god. Wolv is technically invincible for this floor. The remainder of this floor, except for the boss fight, Wolv can faceplant everything now. The habit will give you half a charge on your space use item every time that you do get hit. And again, keep in mind, 2 hits. Okay, there you notice half of one right there, or 1 hit I should say. Half a damage, right? Well, if he gets hit again, that's another half damage. He pops the nail a second time, gets the full heart back. Wolv's technically invincible for the remainder of the floor. This is where item synergy comes in very, very good to know, guys. Because stuff like that, like, Wolv can just do whatever he wants. He also just found a key, so now it's worthwhile to backtrack for this item room. And he's got this one room to clear. Oh god, this room. And the good news, again, is that Wolv has got that ladder, so he gets to walk over these one-spot openings and not take damage from the charging mass. So this actually isn't too god-awful of a room. It's not great, but it's definitely not terrible. And again, he's invincible anyways. So on in. Oh, jeez, not worth it. Kamikaze at this point will get left behind. The nail, far more worthy of an item to take, and Wolv not even going to bother. And there we go. Rob, with those moonstrats, got near an item room, if nothing else. The long way, mind you, but he got near an item room. So we'll finally see what Rob gets for his first of 2 items here on the depths. Again, Wolv just got this one more room to clear. He'll be on into his mom's foot fight. No, they're not both on an XL amphibians. You can see Wolv's entire minimap right there. That's not an XL floor. Necropolis, when you get it for depths 2, doesn't show you the 2. He also has cleared out depths 1 already, which makes it physically impossible. You'll also notice that there isn't another boss fight after this one. This is Mom's Foot, which makes this steps 2. My god, another raid. Jesus. 0 raiders. What's up, guys? And gals, for that matter. How y'all doing? So many raids. My raid hole. It's raw. What's up, raiders? Good to see you guys. Welcome into race number 3 here. We got a really good one brewing at the moment. Wolv's got himself a build going here. Rob's got himself the first of 2 items here in his Depths XL, and it's Monster Manuel, so 1 extra follower per room that he uses that in. But again, you can see Wolv has got Sacred Heart Habit Nail. You're hearing that correctly. Yeah. It's a pretty crazy build that he's got brewing right now. So technically speaking, for the remainder of this floor, he's invincible, and it's like having a, we'll call it the kind of not real wafer brewing for him as well. But a little bit of shot speed increase. Wolv actually needs that because of having the Sacred Heart. Look at how much faster those move. 0, what's up, sir? I love your emotes, by the way, dude. Your emotes are the freaking best. How about those moonstrats? Oh, he's only got the 1 bomb, though. So that takes away the idea of moonstrats, but it would have worked on this floor as well if you guys pay attention. Wolv could have bombed through and only had the 3 rooms to clear. However, he's going to have to take the long way now. But again, thank you very much for the raid, 0. How you doing, sir? And no moonstrats. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, I forgot about vampire heals, too. So every 13 kills, Wolv also gets a half a red heart heal. I'm actually kind of surprised that he's still holding on to Kane's Eye. There's 0 use for that thing. I think anybody can beat my Spelunky Daily. I did really crappy on my most recent one. I did decently on the run before it, though. I got like 100 and some odd thousand bucks. I made it all the way to the temple for the first time. I made it to the ice caves the first time, and then the temple for the first time. How about that lucky find? How about a sun card? And of course, he was 1 room away from his 2 boss fights. How is that for predictable? But anyways, you see a full heal, damaged everything in the room, and full map reveal off of that sun card for Rob. But he'll be right to his 2 Depths boss fights, so this is still pretty darn close here, guys. Let me get you guys a link here. If I could actually type in my chat, that'd be easier. There we go. That'll work. Here's a link into both the Racers channels. Definitely head on and support both of these guys if you guys would. That's what we're here for. Like, yes, I understand wanting to, hang out and like hear the actual commentary or whatever, but definitely give both of these guys support. I know it's not easy to necessarily watch 2 or 3 for that matter casts at the same time, but I'd appreciate it if you guys will even just head in there, say what's up, and like even if you close it out at that point, Even saying what's up and giving him that little bit of support is more than enough, and it's very, very appreciated, everybody. And again, we'll ride on over to this boss fight. Again, with that nail in hand as well, so might as well pop it. Got double Loki. And again, notice the damage off of the, let alone time and a half damage multiplier, but off of what he had with his Sacred Heart and damage up from beforehand already. He just melts anything in his path. And again, Rob fighting off War for the first of his 2 boss fights. And again, I'll let Mom split right after this, but he'll wind up with 1 cube of meat to add on to the 2 orbitals that he's got. How about another God Room for Wolv? He hasn't had enough of these. So now the Miter adds a 50% chance that Wolv finds a blue soul heart instead of a red soul or a red heart spawning. That's up, Kuma. Don't even worry about it. How you doing? Thank you, thank you. And again, thank you everybody from Slacks, from Caspers, and from Zeros. Thank you every one of you guys for coming. Guys and gals. I always say guys, but I mean both. I should point that out. But seriously, thank you one and all for the raids. What's up, Missouri? How you doing? Wolv gonna check out that. Nothing really good in there. He's hoping for a purple slot machine, if nothing else, but nothing good in that secret room for Wolv. Sliding right on along. There you see that 13th kill, once again giving you half a red heart heal. Even if you are full already, it still tries to give you that heal. Again, this one more room to clear. Wolv will have a chance at a 2-1 victory. Keep himself a little bit within striking distance here of Slackaholic as at the top of the NFC East. What's up, Trademark? How you doing? Yeah, I'll point out, guys, that everybody called good game on Mellow Ace's side in Week 12 against Princess Diana, and it wound up being that Mellow died in Mom's Heart fight because if you don't clear out everything, one Globin got shot into him. He was at half a heart, didn't clear out the last little bit, and the Globin shot into him and killed him. So you'd be surprised. Crazy stuff happens. On that note, though, Wolv into his Mom's Heart fight. Again, looking for a 2-1 win here. Look at this damage. Again, Sacred Heart. I believe he had Blood of the Martyr in there. He's got the nail. Again, you can see he's got the habit, so he can take another hit. It won't stack up the time and a half damage multiplier, but he could grab himself another heart back if he really desperately needed to. As you can see, though, Mom's Heart is what needs the health back because it is getting shredded by Wolv here. There goes those Globins that we were just referring to. And again, this fight has no chance at the moment. There you see, as soon as the light shows up on the way down to Shale, Wolv's got himself that 2-1 win. So again, doing very nicely for himself, keeping himself in playoff contention for that matter. A 2-1 victory. So the stab party in round 2 was quite nice for Rod, but again, not enough to do it here. And Wolv with a 2-1 victory. Again, hangs a little bit closer to Slackaholic, who plays later this week, but keeps it from the point where Slack could actually close out the division.